Thanks, Mike, for plucking those strings. Thanks for plucking those strings with us, Mike. Mike and I were actually freshman dorm mates. That's a fun fact for you. He's colorblind. Is it fun being up here with these lights, man? No? How do you solve a Rubik's Cube? This is no longer comedy. This is me catching up with an old friend. No, I think I should start with a joke. My friend told me that I was bad at similes, and I said, yeah, I'm like a lampshade. Some jokes work, some don't. It doesn't sway me. I have all the confidence of someone who rollerblades to class. It's cool. I ride a unicycle. Who else doesn't have sex, you know? Unicorn bikes. Attraction is an abstract concept. Stay with me. Human psychology dictates that we as human individuals are most attracted to symmetrical features. Features that when you draw a line, one side reflects the other. I humbly disagree. I like amputees. Only single amputees though, because like if they're missing both arms, that'd be still symmetrical. I dated this one girl. She was so good with what was left of her hands. The next girl I dated, one leg was shorter than the other. Her name was Eileen. I did the blind girl, coincidentally also named Eileen, but without the eyes though. It took her so long to convince to go out on a first date with me because she didn't date black guys. I never told her. She kind of introduced me into the world of blind people, and I learned a few things. I learned a few phrases that you shouldn't say in front of them. I have them right here. Indulge me. Hey, did you see your family yesterday? Helvetica? It's a nice font. Y'all go to the comic book store later? I think this fanny pack is sure to get me laid. That's just something no one says. That's just something you shouldn't say. So how's everybody doing? Good. Terrible. What's that? Terrible. Who said terrible? What the hell's wrong with you? Okay.
I'm watching you.
What was my name? I'm just filling because I forgot what's next. Hold on. Yeah, I'm almost there. Okay, just making sure. So a lot of my favorite comedians like to incorporate art into their performances. You know, Bo Burnham will play piano. Woo! People dressed up as hot dogs. It's weird. Demetri Martin will like show sketches and stuff. My therapist points to dolls. So I'm gonna incorporate some visual humor. I'm in the College of Design, which is why I have this. Yeah. Any fellow design students?
Woo!
Oh, excellent. It's funny. When we fail art classes, it ruins our lives. When the rest of you fail art classes, you've gained experience. Let me just take off my custom condom here. Just kidding. How do I use condoms? Don't be silly, kid. Drop your will. Okay, so what's going to happen here is I'd like to show you how I incorporate data into my humor. I like to think that it's more funny to find the similarities between data and the findings that occur from them So for like people will find data and then make it into a graph, right? I make the graphs and then find the data with it. For those of you who won't be able to see this, you just can't use your imagination. Okay. So I know you guys are college kids, so a lot of these deal with inebriation. You'll notice that the graph is blank. That's because we're going to incorporate a little live humor here. This is the line we're working with tonight, people. Everybody with me? I'm going to show you how this line corresponds to various layers of data. For instance, that's how much alcohol is consumed throughout the night, and that's the likelihood of you going to Superdog. Okay? It increases, that's inevitable, okay? But there comes to a point where it's more likely that stuff's going to come out of your mouth than you put it in, so it drops in the middle. Then you either feel better, you throw up, and it goes right back up again. There's no walls between you and Superdog on nights that you drink alcohol. Come on. And the data corresponds with how stoned you are and how loud you want the music to be, okay? Puff, puff away, you're going up, and then you hear a creak in the night. Everyone freaks out. It's the cops, it's the FBI, your mom's coming home early. You drop it way down low, man. Turn it down, turn it down. You settle, and it goes right back up again. And this right here, it looks normal to us now, but to these stoners, it feels like 20 minutes, but really it's just like the duration of one Wiz Khalifa song. This is how many corpses or dead bodies you eat, and this is how sexually turned on you are. It increases throughout the time, and then it drops when the void calls to you, beckoning you to return to sanity, and then it goes back up again, of course. You know how it goes. This is the duration of my comedy, and this is how comfortable you guys are. So if we interpret this as me walking on stage, this right here would be like, that's a weird mustache. This right here is, he hasn't dated all those girls. He pulled out a sketchbook, that's funny. That turn took a really weird turn. And then we're gonna have a great night. It's going up, it's inevitable, guys. Oh, look at that, I'm done. Okay. I have one more anecdote for you. I had a project last year. I had to study a serial killer. His name was Jeffrey Dahmer. He was active in the late 70s, early 80s. He killed 18 people in his career of killings. And he got caught. He got, you know, guilty. He was guilty. I'm trying to remember how to tell this joke. And it was found out that 17 of his 18 victims were African American individuals. And when presented with this information, Jeff said, you know, race has nothing to do with it. I think the human form is pure and whole in its essence. It's beautiful in its own right, but the color of the person has nothing to do with it. Which is humorous to me because he admitted to these crimes, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he said, yeah, I killed all these people. I chopped them up. I ate some of them. But I'm not a racist. And that's all I got for you guys. So.